Hi everyone. So I'm Jet, and welcome to Stormscapes. And we have a massive severe weather outbreak, and this is going to be really dangerous here. So it's a tornado outbreak with damaging wind gusts of 60 to 100 miles per hour, and large hail threaten Midwest and South. The dangerous outbreak begins today and will sweep through the Midwest, South, and East through the weekend. A multi-day tornado outbreak will begin today and last through the weekend in the Midwest. So yeah, the multi-day tornado outbreak will begin today, and last through the weekend in the Midwest, South, and East. Strong, long-track tornadoes, widespread damaging winds, large hail, and flash flooding are all expected during this dangerous bout of severe weather. So NOAA's Storm Prediction Center has issued a level 4 out of 5 risk of severe weather for Friday, and this threat will only grow to a high risk or 5 out of 5 risk of severe weather for Saturday, which is really concerning. And the Torcon on what they're showing on the Weather Channel was a 9 out of 10. And that's really high and really concerning. This threat level is rare, usually only on a severe weather forecast 2 to 3 times each year, and is generally used only when supercells are capable of producing strong tornadoes or long-lived squall lines are expected to produce widespread damaging winds. Take this threat seriously and know ahead of time where your safe shelter is and have multiple ways to receive warnings, especially since the severe storms could threaten at night in some locations. Here's where rain and thunderstorms are right now. Stronger thunderstorms are expected to blossom later this afternoon. So NOAA's Storm Prediction Center has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of Kansas and Missouri until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, including Kansas City. And this is Friday night forecast. I mean, again, you look at this here, especially around like St. Louis and the parts of Illinois, Missouri, and Iowa. And we've also included Des Moines as well. There's this very dark color red, and it looks like that is a 4 out of 5 Friday to Friday night, and then we got this 3 red likely around that. I mean, that's like going from the southeast, the south, like Mississippi and Alabama, parts of Tennessee, Indiana, throughout the South and the Midwest. Even going up to Chicago, down towards Memphis. Actually, Memphis is in the very likely severe thunderstorm forecast. And Jackson and Birmingham, same with Louisville, Minneapolis, and Des Moines. They all have severe thunderstorm risks. Especially like between Des Moines, St. Louis, and Memphis. Very likely severe thunderstorms. But even in Jacksonville, Birmingham, 2 to 3. And then same thing in Minneapolis as well. Definitely a risk of severe thunderstorms tonight. And then same thing, Chicago, very high risk there. And, this spreads over a very wide area. I mean, we're talking, from Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. I mean, these risks are affecting, South. I've heard even millions of people are affected by this. Like, this is just so many areas and so many people that are going to be affected. Like, there's so many people that are going to be affected by these really, really dangerous storms. Locations most of the Mississippi Valley as well as parts of the lower Ohio and Tennessee valleys are in the threat area highlighted by NOAA's Storm Prediction Center above. Areas shaded in red above have the highest risk of severe storm, including St. Louis, Paducah, Kentucky, Memphis, Tennessee, and Des Moines, Iowa. Zooming in even closer, the Mississippi Valley is within the level 4 out of 5 threat of severe weather, which means widespread severe storms are expected in this region. This includes St. Louis and Memphis. You should plan to be near a storm shelter from late afternoon through late Friday night in the shaded area and dark red above. So, timing this outbreak of severe storms likely won't begin until later in the afternoon on the western edge of the forecast shown above. From there, the potential for severe storms will spread eastward through the evening and overnight hours toward the eastern side of the threat areas. And then the threats will swath of intense, damaging wind gusts from 80 to 100 miles per hour locally, then tornadoes, possibly EF2 or stronger, and large hail up to the size of baseballs could accompany any storm that turns severe. Tornadoes might spin up within a line of severe storms sweeping across the Midwest, and with any supercells that develop in the Mid-South, the Saturday night forecast tornado outbreak is expected. And this is Saturday night. Strong tornadoes are possible, in this hatched area here, the black circle, the dotted lines. And this is a very wide area here. I mean, we're talking, going anywhere from like eastern to central Louisiana, including New Orleans, in Jackson, Atlanta, Tallahassee, and Nashville, throughout Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia, as well as in Tennessee, as well as parts of the Florida Panhandle. Strong tornadoes are possible, however, in this area right here. However, severe storms are possible, throughout parts of the southeast, including Tennessee and Kentucky, and going into parts of the Midwest as well. There's a possibility of severe thunderstorms Saturday night. Locations deep south has the highest risk for severe storms, including parts of Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and the Florida Panhandle. That includes Atlanta, Birmingham, Huntsville, and Montgomery, Alabama, Chattanooga, and Nashville, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, New Orleans, and Pensacola, Florida. Zooming in closer, the level 5 out of 5 risk for widespread severe storms is from eastern Mississippi to western central Alabama. This area includes Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Jackson and Hattiesburg, Mississippi. This is where atmospheric conditions will be most conducive for producing tornadic supercell thunderstorms. You should be in your storm shelters in this area from mid-afternoon into the evening, if not overnight hours, in this area shade in a darker red above like we went over earlier. At least some severe weather could extend as far north as Ohio, West Virginia, and western Pennsylvania. Timing thunderstorms, some severe, will likely be ongoing in the morning from parts of the south northward to the Tennessee Valley. The most widespread severe weather will unfold in the afternoon into overnight hours, spreading from the west to the east across the threat areas shown above. I had to cough, sorry. But yeah, so the timing with the thunderstorms, some will be severe, will likely be ongoing in the morning from parts of the south northward to the Tennessee Valley. The most widespread severe weather will unfold in the afternoon into the overnight hours, spreading from west to east across the threat areas shown above. As an example, the peak threat of severe weather won't reach the Atlanta metro until the evening or overnight hours. The NOAA's Storm Protection Center says numerous significant tornadoes and some long track thunderstorms are expected. In addition, the storms are likely to produce widespread damaging wind gusts and large hail. Flash flooding from heavy rain could impact northern parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia, Tennessee, and Kentucky. So, we see here the flood outlook very likely, going from northeastern Mississippi, northern Alabama, northwestern Georgia, and also into parts of Tennessee. However, the possible flood risk and even the marginal flood risk, spreads on, throughout the South and even into parts of the Midwest. And then Sunday's forecast here, there is, the greatest chance of severe weather, severe thunderstorms on Sunday is mainly going from northern Florida, Georgia, South and North Carolina, Virginia, as well as into Maryland and Delaware and parts of southern New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And then there's a marginal severe weather threat going into Pennsylvania and New Jersey, upstate New York, and it looks like into parts of Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Vermont. Which does include my area. I'm in northwest New Jersey. I'm in the marginal range. But locations, the cold front might produce additional bouts of severe storms from the mid-Atlantic states to the southeast as the weekend ends. It includes Charleston, South Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, so Charleston, South Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. So the timing leftover storms from overnight, some possibly severe, will be ongoing in the morning as in parts of the east, a combination of those storms possibly intensifying and new storms developing will keep the threat of severe weather going through the afternoon. And then if the threats damaging wind gusts are the primary concern, but a few tornadoes are possible, localized flash flooding could also occur in some spots. This is a classic setup here, intensifying low and strong jet stream there. Gulf moisture spreads north, and then there's a low pressure right there. Setup is familiar from March and the rest of spring with a sharp southward plunge of the jet stream swinging out of the west toward the central and eastern states. At the same time, the jet stream energy helps to form a strong low pressure system along cold front that draws increasing moisture north from the Gulf. And then that combination of ingredients triggers the formation of numerous thunderstorms, some of which could rotate and produce tornadoes in addition to widespread damaging winds and hail. So I'm going to link that into the description below if anyone wants to go check it out. And, even just for me, the storm's already been ramping up. I mean, I saw, one severe weather warning. Now there's 6. They're all severe thunderstorm, mainly, Nebraska, Missouri, and Kansas. There we go. So you got St. Joseph right there, and there's Topeka. A lot of them are mainly kind of around Kansas City here, and kind of, a little bit to the south, a little bit to the north. We got one south of Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska. So, it's definitely starting to ramp up. I mean, it's going to get really bad tonight like we've been talking about. The most current severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson, Nemaha, Oto, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, Pawnee and Richardson counties in Nebraska. That's still 4 p.m. Central Time. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. I've heard that hail in some areas could possibly get up to baseball size, which is huge, and that's going to definitely cause a lot of damage. So hail damage to vehicles expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Location impact include Dawson, Nebraska City, Johnson, Lorton, Talmadge, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, Humboldt, Auburn, Duck Creek Recreational Area, Brock, the Highway 62 and 105 Junction, Howe, the Highway 75 and 8 Junction, Dunbar, Kirkman's Cove Recreation Area, Peru, and Julian. Precautionary parents action for your protection moved interior room low forward building. So maximum size 1 inch, maximum gust 60 miles per hour in Johnson, Nemaha, Oto, Pawnee, and Richardson counties in Nebraska. And even it says up here, I mean, look at this. I mean, this is very concerning. Outlook summary here, a regional outbreak of severe thunderstorms is likely this afternoon through tonight across parts of the lower mid-Mississippi Valley and portions of the lower Ohio Valley and mid-South. Numerous tornadoes, several of which could be strong to intense, widespread severe gusts ranging from 60 to 100 miles per hour. So we're talking like hurricane force winds here now, and scattered large hail up to baseball size all appear likely. So, we got huge risks here. All of them have the hashed marks around them with the black circle with the dotted lines. So, very concerning. We had this 15% risk and the 10% risk both have the hashed marks around them, the black circle with the dotted lines. And that's mainly going from, Tennessee, Mississippi. The 10% goes into Alabama, parts of northeastern Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. And even around now, we have this 5%, going throughout Missouri, Iowa, going towards, for the Chicago metro area, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee. It's only 15% is in western Kentucky. And then, some of this 10% is also in southeastern Iowa. But, this spreads very far and wide, into several states and several areas. And again, it's a huge risk here. 15% risk with a black circle, with dotted lines around it. So, that means, this is going to be really dangerous here. Again, possibly, really, really strong tornadoes, possibly EF2 or greater. Again, the 15% followed by the 10% with the black circle with the dotted lines going from Illinois, southwestern Indiana, southeastern Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky. And wind risk here is 45%, with a 30% risk around that, and then parts of 15% all have the black circle, the dotted lines around it. So again, means very, very dangerous here. Again, these winds are going to be 60 to 100 miles per hour. We're talking hurricane force winds here. But this is not a time to panic. This is a time to be prepared. But these risks, though, we're talking, throughout Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, and the parts of Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, even spreading into parts of Kansas and Nebraska, these wind risks here. And we also do have some more wind risk in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky, Indiana, even into parts of lower Michigan, southwestern lower Michigan, even into parts of southern Wisconsin and Minnesota. And then hail risk is 30%. And again, the 30% with some of the 15% has the black circle, the dotted line. So again, very significant risks here in these areas. And that is, again, going from, parts, Louisiana, northeastern Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, western Kentucky, and western Tennessee. And the 30%, western Tennessee, western Kentucky. Western, southwestern, and as well as western and central parts of Illinois, Missouri, and then also Arkansas. These areas have big, again, some of this hail could be baseball size, which is just absolutely huge, and that's definitely going to cause a lot of damage. Then we have 15% hail risk around that as for Iowa, even going into parts of southern Minnesota, eastern Nebraska, northeastern Kansas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, And even this 5%, I mean, a little sliver of southwestern Wisconsin, 15% hail risk. And then even this 5%, I mean, again, this is affecting a lot of the South and the Midwest. And again, this is very, very dangerous here. I mean, we got all the risks, all very high, all very dangerous. And then same thing with tomorrow, Saturday, March 15th, is also going to be a very dangerous day. The outlook summary here says a tornado outbreak is likely on Saturday across the central Gulf Coast states and deep south into the Tennessee Valley. Numerous significant tornadoes, some of which should be long track and potentially violent, are expected on Saturday afternoon, evening. The most dangerous tornado threat should begin across eastern Louisiana and Mississippi during the late morning to afternoon, spread across Alabama late day into the evening, and will reach western parts of the Florida Panhandle and Georgia Saturday night. So tornado risk here, I mean, again, 30% tornado risk. That is really, really high. And again, the 30% along with the 15 and 10% tornado risk all have the black circle dotted lines. So it means, again, like potentially catastrophic, violent tornadoes are possible in this area. We're talking from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, as well as Tennessee. Again, I'm going to say that again. Tennessee. Even some of this risk spreading into a little bit of southwestern North Carolina, Georgia, the Florida Panhandle, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, as well as southeastern Arkansas all have this big tornado risk. And then 30%, that's mainly going from, Mississippi and Alabama. Falls to 15% around that in western Georgia, parts of western Georgia, parts of the western Florida Panhandle, all of Alabama, Mississippi, as well as into eastern Louisiana. And then again, we have the 10% risk around that still with the black circle, the dotted lines. I mean, still, really concerning risks here. I mean, even a 2% risk, going up into, the Detroit metro area, lower Michigan, lower southeastern Michigan, as well as Indiana, Ohio, and throughout parts of the Midwest. But this risk right here, though, especially this 30% with the 15 to 10%, going from, again, Georgia, Tennessee, southwestern North Carolina, definitely Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, Mississippi, Louisiana, as well as southeastern Arkansas. Again, really concerning risks here. So definitely, if you live in these areas, you definitely want to be very, very careful here. Definitely you want to have a way to get alerted. And again, remember, when there is a tornado, you definitely want a way to get alerted and go to your safe place. Go to the lowest level, most interior room, and stay away from all exterior walls and windows and in a sturdy building. You might want to take bicycle helmets or at least a pillow or something with you, or even just cover your hands off your head and duck as low as you can. Because flying projectiles and tornadoes are deadly. So, you definitely, again, this isn't a time to panic, it's a time to be prepared. And this wind risk here as well, I mean, it's going to be a very high wind risk. High wind risk today, I mean, again, we're talking 60 to 100 mile per hour winds. We're talking tropical storm, hurricane force winds here. And then tomorrow as well, with this 30% wind risk, again, with the black circle with the dotted line. So it is hatched, which again is very, very dangerous. And that is going from Mississippi, Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, Georgia, and Tennessee, and into southwestern North Carolina. And also, we have the 15% risk spreading throughout western South Carolina, North Carolina, parts of Tennessee, western Virginia, Kentucky, even into southern Indiana, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, as well as southeastern Arkansas. And of course, we have the 5% risk going from the south up through the Midwest. But yeah, this 30% risk though, especially like, Tennessee, like tomorrow, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, um, you know, southwestern North Carolina, southeastern Arkansas, as well as like, parts of Louisiana, especially Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia and Tennessee. And then hail risk, 30%. Again, we're seeing the black circle, the dotted lines. I mean, we got some really high risks here. We could see here, this risk goes into Louisiana, especially watch out, we got like eastern Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the western Florida Panhandle, all have this 30% hail risk. So again, possibly really big hail in these areas. And then around that is Louisiana, southeastern Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, as well as into Tennessee, as well as the risk, the 10% risk goes into southern Kentucky, and then the 5% risk, goes up into the Midwest. But yeah, this 30% risk though, I mean, again, like a lot of these areas, especially like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, the Florida Panhandle, Tennessee, and parts of Arkansas, you definitely need to watch out, tomorrow and then today. If you live, especially like in Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Kentucky, Tennessee, honestly, like, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, even up into, parts of lower Michigan, and Minnesota and Wisconsin, and even into parts of eastern Kansas and Nebraska, you definitely need to watch out and have a plan and be prepared. Again, there's not really too much going on right now. Again, we have all these severe thunderstorm warnings here throughout Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. But yeah, you definitely want to have a plan tonight. You definitely want to be prepared. You definitely want a way to get alerted. So again, if there's, you definitely, like, if you can park, like, try to park your vehicle in a covered space, just to make sure that it doesn't get damaged. If you have that option available to you, if you have parking like a parking garage or, anywhere where your vehicle is covered, if you have that option. Of course, not everyone does. But definitely, though, is a tornado. Again, go to the lowest level, most interior room, stay away from all exterior walls and windows. You definitely want to have a way to get alerted. Also, when you're doing that too, I've heard, like, be mindful what's in the level above you as well. Make sure, like, there isn't, like, something super heavy, like there isn't anything like super heavy above you, like there isn't like a piano or anything like heavy above you, just in case. But you definitely want to, go lowest level, most interior room of a sturdy building. You want to, whether if that's in your basement or even going into an interior bathroom or closet. But definitely most interior room, lowest level, away from all exterior walls and windows, in a sturdy building. And, definitely, I would also recommend, like, having something to cover your head as well. Whether if you have like bicycle helmets or a pillow, or even just using your hands and your arms just to cover your head, just protect yourself from the flying debris. Excuse me for a second. So yeah, I just have to get water. But yeah, so again, you definitely want. So you definitely, again, you want to be prepared. Again, definitely have a way to get alerted tonight, please. Or yeah, like you definitely want a way to get alerted tonight, or even the next couple of nights. If you live anywhere in the Midwest, or in the South or Southeast, you know, like if you live in any of these areas, you definitely want a way to get alerted tonight. Or even again, in any of these areas, again, you definitely want a way to get alerted. Or if that's in multiple ways too. I definitely would also recommend like charging your phone, charging everything up. Because there definitely are going to be power outages too. But yeah, you definitely want a way to get alerted. You definitely you want to be safe out there, everyone. You definitely also, I would also recommend to, like, if you have any, like, loose objects outside, especially these 60 to 100 mile per hour winds, you definitely want to bring those inside. You know, you definitely want to bring those inside. And, I recommend, like, maybe, like, putting them in the basement or something, just to make sure they're not, like, flying around, especially if these 60 to 100 mile per hour winds, like, they can knock out, this can knock out, trees and power lines. And again, you definitely don't want it to go flying off, all of these, if you have anything outside, because definitely, though, I remember, these wind gusts, again, 60 to 100 mile per hour winds. Again, we're talking like hurricane force winds here. And I've noticed too, or I saw this video earlier on the Weather Channel as well, of these trucks that were driving on a highway. I believe it was in Armadillo, Texas, or somewhere in Texas. And yeah, these semi trucks were driving along on a highway, and they got completely blown over. Yeah, I believe it was in Texas. I don't know. They might have it on here, actually. I'll show it if they have it on here. We'll watch this video because this video is going to be very important, so we're going to watch this right now. So, severe weather pro tips that can save you. Meteorologists watch for severe weather and know what to look for. During severe weather, especially on days with a high tornado threat, these 3 things we want you to know to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. Some of these insights may not be obvious, but we break them down for you here. So we're going to watch this here right now.
Time to opt outside.
Guys, it's time to get serious about severe weather. First up, tornado warnings versus tornado emergencies. If you receive a tornado warning, take action. That means a tornado has either been sighted by a trained spotter or indicated by weather radar. If you receive a tornado emergency, that is the National Weather Service's highest alert level, and a tornado emergency is only issued when a violent tornado has touched down in the watch area. Next, when it comes to nighttime tornadoes, they could be rain-wrapped and incredibly hard to see. So please don't stand at the window trying to spot them. Now, as far as alerts go, please understand that tornado sirens aren't designed to be heard indoors. So have your phone set up with alerts, but you also really need to have a weather radio in case cell towers go down. And lastly, it does not take a tornado to knock down a house. Straight line winds can also take out structures, cause trees to fall, and result in massive damage and power outages.
Those are all really good tips there. But yeah, definitely, please don't try and spot a tornado. You definitely you want to go off the alerts. But yeah, you definitely want to have your like cell phone or mobile device charged. But yeah, it's definitely good to have like a weather radio too, as a backup, just in case any cell towers go down. just so you can still get the alerts and so you know what's going on. Because, who knows? Like, there could be, more tornadoes or other alerts or threats that you need to know about. So I'm going to also link all these into the description below. If any of you want to go check it out for yourself. So I'm also going to link Severe Weather Outlook as well as Tornado HQ. We'll watch some of these other videos here too, because these all seem to all have like really good information in them, and I want to show all of them to you. And I'm also, again, going to link them into the description as well, if you want to go check it out. But all these seem to have like really good information in them, so we're going to watch
Tax
them
expert
here.
and get
This here says this one thing could save your life in a tornado. You've heard us say that wearing a helmet during a tornado can help keep you safe, but is it really that important? Can any type of helmet protect you? We asked an ER doctor with more than 25 years of experience practicing medicine in Kansas, the second most active state for tornadoes in the U.S., and here's what he said.
Come guaranteed. Switch to TurboTax Full Service.
Head injuries from flying debris are the leading cause of fatalities and severe injuries during these tornadoes.
ER doctor Chris DeVlantes knows a thing or two about staying safe in a tornado. He practiced medicine in Kansas for more than 25 years.
So you definitely can lower your risk of these severe injuries by wearing a helmet.
While some helmets might provide more protection than others, Dr. DeVlantes says that anything is better than nothing.
These are readily available things in our garage, right? Or, you have things like football helmets, baseball helmets, sometimes bicycle or motorcycle helmets. So whatever fits your head well, that covers your head fully, the key is have it ready, grab it. It's not a substitute for shelter. You should always seek shelter, but having helmets.
Definitely having a helmet is a good idea as well. Again, it's not a substitute for shelter. You still should go to the lowest level, most interior room, and stay away from all exterior walls and windows in a sturdy structure. But definitely, though, having a helmet, that could definitely help you. That could even save you, because, again, flying projectiles in a tornado can be deadly. So you want to have a helmet. You want to have something to protect your head, from all the flying projectiles.
It's readily available. It should always be part of your tornado preparedness plan.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm going to... Actually, no, I already linked it in the description. Okay, I'm going to just... I guess I linked it, but I guess I didn't press enter, so... I didn't press my enter button, so it didn't go to a new... Oh, watch this, too, because, there's also going to be like 60 to 100 mile per hour winds today. But yeah, straight line winds are just as lethal as tornadoes. Tornadoes can often dominate headlines when severe weather strikes, but damaging straight line winds should be taken just as seriously as tornadoes. They contribute to multiple deaths and injuries each year in addition to property damage. So we're going to watch that here right now.
Only at your local Ford stores.
When it comes to severe weather, tornadoes often dominate the headlines, but it's damaging winds that should also be taken just as seriously. Damaging winds each year account for multiple deaths, injuries, and property damage. And just last year, there were over 16,000 reports of damaging winds. Many of those came from squall lines, like the one you see here on radar. Squall lines are long lines of thunderstorms that can produce damaging winds over a large area. Compare that to the damage of a tornado, as you see here in the fallen trees, and more of a twisting pattern. Compare that to what we see when we have a squall line, damaging winds over a larger area. And that's what you see here, stands of trees that have been mowed down by strong winds over a much larger area. So don't let your guard down when it comes to damaging winds from severe thunderstorms.
Definitely, because especially these winds. Again, we're talking 60 to 100 mile per hour winds here. We're talking, tropical storm, hurricane force winds. Hurricane force winds, it has to be at least 74 miles per hour. When there's like a cyclone and stuff, during hurricane season, it has to be at least 74 miles per hour or greater to be considered a hurricane. It's like, yeah, we're getting 60 to 100 mile per hour winds here. We're talking at least tropical storm force winds, if not, hurricane winds here. If I look here, if I look at Category 1 hurricane, we're talking Category 1 or even Category 2 hurricane force winds here. Like, that's just crazy, And I'll also link that as well if you want to read more of this. To be quite honest, it's kind of weird to be thinking about hurricanes considering it's not hurricane season, but, still though, like Category 1 or even Category 2 hurricane force winds. And again, speaking of, not really quite hurricanes, but just severe weather, we got some more severe thunderstorm warnings here. I'm going to read some of them off here. We got the most recent one being for Bates, Henry, and Johnson counties in Missouri. So again, we got like this long squall line right here. The storms are starting to ramp off. They're starting to kick off here. We're starting to get more of these warnings in. Again, tonight and tomorrow, geez. 4:30 p.m. Central Time is when this severe thunderstorm warning will expire. It's moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. That's really fast. That's moving at 65 miles per hour. These are moving fast. Like, these are no joke. Like these things are moving. 70 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Impact, expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuilding. Location impact include Chilhowie, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, Blairstown, Adrian, Windsor, Leeton, Montrose, Kingsville, Warrensburg, Ballard, Urich, Pittsville, Cole, Noster, Tightwad, Hartwell, Brownington, Butler, Ladue, Quick City, and Fayetteville. So for your protection, move to interior room, lowest floor of building. So thunderstorm damage threat with this one is considerable. So you definitely, again, you want to go to your safe place. Lowest level, most interior rooms, stay away from all exterior walls and windows in a sturdy building. Max hail size, 0.75 inches. Maximum gust 70 miles per hour. Again, these storms, we're starting to get more warnings here. These storms are really starting to ramp up here. For Missouri, we have a serious thunderstorm warning for Barry, McDonald, and Newton counties in Missouri until 4:45 p.m. Central Time. 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Again, we're like, these storms aren't messing around. And penny-sized hail, it's moving overseas at 70 miles per hour. That's like really quick. Again, these storms aren't messing around. Like, they're moving, and they will cause destruction in its path. Like, they will cause tons of destruction. Like, they're moving and they're going to cause tons of destruction. Emergency management report of 67 mile per hour wind gusts in Goodman, Missouri at 3:12 p.m. Central Time. Expects considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Location impact include Monette, Fairview, Goodman, Granby, Pleasant Ridge, Loma Linda, Wheaton, Southwest City, Big Sugar Creek State Park, Lanigan, Rocky Comfort, Ridgely, Purdy, Madry, Racine. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these correctly. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing them. Neosho, Seneca, Exeter, Butterfield, and Stella. This includes Interstate 49 between mile markers 1 and 30. And precautionary parents action, this is a dangerous situation. These storms are producing widespread wind damage across Goodman, Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from the windows. The thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Maximum size 0.75 inches. Maximum gust 70 miles per hour. Again, these storms are no joke here. And we got another severe thunderstorm warning here for Caldwell, Lafayette, and Ray counties in Missouri. Again, part of this squall line here we got, around the Kansas City metro area, and also kind of south of. Actually, no, this severe thunderstorm warning includes Lincoln, so kind of around Lincoln and south of Omaha. But yeah, I mean, we got this line moving here, coming towards Springfield and Branson. Next, but look at this morning here, though, for Caldwell, Lafayette, and Ray counties in Missouri. Till 4:30 p.m. Central Time. It's moving north at 70 miles per hour. Again, these storms are moving extremely quick, and they're causing tons and tons of destruction. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuilding. Location packed to include Alma, Bramer, Polo, Henrietta, Kingston, Mayview, Corder, Lexington, Odessa, Rayville, Breckenridge, Fleming, Hamilton, Alville. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Kidder, Hardin, Wellington, Camden, Concordia, and Cowgill. This includes Interstate 70 in Missouri, 2-mile markers 30 and 62. So for your protection of the interior room, lowest floor building. So again, the thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Man, these storms are nasty. And again, it's going to be bad tonight. It's going to be bad tomorrow. This is just an extremely dangerous situation here. Max hail size 0.75 inches, max wind gust 70 miles per hour. And again, this is for Caldwell, Lafayette, and Ray counties in Missouri, and also in Berry, McDonald, Newton counties in Missouri, and Bates, Henry, and Johnson counties in Missouri. You need to take cover in all these areas. Go to the lowest level, most interior rooms, stay away from all exterior walls and windows, and a sturdy building. We'll check on EarthCam here, see if we have any cameras. We'll go Kansas City here, see if there's any cameras. Kind of what's going on right now in Kansas City. You can definitely see the camera shaking there. You can see all these dark clouds off in the distance. Because the Kansas City metro area is still going through the severe weather. Now it's more off to the east, but it's still going through the severe weather. And again, these storms are nasty. And some of these warnings still do impact Kansas City, including where this camera is at. 'Cause this camera is on the Missouri side. This camera is on the Missouri side. It's not on the Kansas side. But yeah, you can see the camera just shaking on there. You could just see it shaking and moving. And you can just see all these really dark clouds here. Keep that up here for a little bit. But yeah. So yeah, those are really dark clouds there. Are there any cameras for like Lincoln? I don't know if that's it. No, that's not it. Any for Omaha? Well, I can't really see anything on this camera. But yeah. We'll actually go to Severe Weather Studios. I haven't used that site in a while, but I think I have before. So see what's going on here. So we'll go to live storm chasers. Here, see what's going on. We'll watch this one. Just kind of click around just to see what's going on here. I guess they cut out because I don't see anything. What about this one? So where are they at right now? So this chaser is right near Jackson. They're just to the west of Jackson. So yeah, they're kind of right around the Jackson, Mississippi area, which there is going to be, again, like really dangerous weather there. But yeah, you can see some, sun's out there. You can see some of these darker clouds here. But again, there's not really too much going on there right now. So this tracker, or the storm chaser, excuse me, Hunter Harley. So they're east of the storms. I think they're going east, it looks like, right now. They're right near Columbia, Missouri. They're on I-70. Oh, no, they're going west. I can't really tell if they're going east or west, so.
So much gravel and dust everywhere.
I would say they're going east because you can see some of these darker clouds. But if you saw, of course, all the storms are coming from the west. So, you can see some of the darker clouds, but like you can see like a little bit. Like you can see mainly like a lot of these lighter clouds, and you can still see some of the blue sky. So yeah, they're probably going east, I would say. On I-70 east of the storms. Robert Lee is in Tennessee. Looks like there's like some spotty like storms or showers kind of like south of Memphis. Yeah, like kind of like right near I-55. Getting on the I-55. So you can see like a couple of storms here and there, but okay, so yeah, this person, Taylor Wright, is actually in the storms right now, and yeah, like just east of Kansas City, right in the storms. Let's watch here. Yeah, it's really dark. I don't think there's any audio on this one, but yeah, it's like really dark though. Again, rain's coming down. Yeah, it looks like they're in the heavier part of the rain. We can see some of this yellow here. A little bit of red. Yeah, I would say they're probably on I-70, it looks like. It's hard to tell. They might be on another road, I don't know. But yeah, they're just east of Kansas City, right in the storms. Yeah, I'd say I-70. Yeah, they're on I-70. So just to the east of Kansas City. All these storms here. Wow, though, that is like really dark. Looks like they're going east, I would say. Doesn't look like they're going towards the storms, but I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, so. But you can see there, though, it's a good amount of people on the road, especially coming the other direction. Again, I don't know which direction this is in, but. That's just traffic information and, wipers on, headlights on, which is definitely good advice, See the sun peeking out a little bit. Yeah, it looks like they're going east. Oh, wait, no, they're going west, okay. And then I just saw a US 50 shield up there, so yeah, I guess they're going west towards the storm. I guess it makes sense why a lot more people would be going east, but. So you're going west, like, towards Kansas City, which I guess would make sense why I saw a little bit. There's, like, a little bit of blue, kind of, like, right about there. Windshield wipers look like they have stopped, or at least they've been put on a lower setting. And then, the sun coming out a little bit. Yeah, it looks like they're going west towards Kansas City, though. Or at least in their direction. I'm not really quite sure. So yeah, they're on US 50 West right now. Kind of to the southwest of Kansas City. Just going to check back over here. Yeah, it looks like, within me looking at all the cameras, looks like there's been more severe weather warnings issued here. So now we got one in Nottoway and Worth counties in Missouri. So 4:45 p.m. Central Time. It's moving north at 60 miles per hour. Again, these storms are moving so quick. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuilding location. Impact to include Ravenwood, Grant City, Bernard, Conception, Parnell, Hopkins, Maryville, Sheridan, Worth, Clyde, Irena, Pickering, Allendale, Guilford, Arco, Denver, and Conception Junction. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing those correctly. Cautioning parents acting with fear protection moved to interior room, lowest floor of a building. Again, the stars for damage price are considerable. Maximum size 0.75 inches, maximum gust 70 miles per hour. So, I mean, these storms are nasty. These are like really nasty storms. And again, they're moving fast, causing tons of destruction here. And we got another severe thunderstorm warning here in Clay County, Missouri, till 4:45 p.m. Central Time. Again, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail moving north of 60 miles per hour. Again, fast, really fast moving storms that are damaging. It seems to be that's like the common theme here. Again, this is going to be a really dangerous night, and tomorrow is also going to be really dangerous as well, like I've been saying. Glennair, Exclusior Springs, Clay, Como, Pleasant Valley, Parcersville, Liberty, Birmingham, Kearney, Missouri City, Mosby, Randolph, Lawson, Holt, Riverbend, Sugar Creek, Gladstone, and Kansas City. So Kansas City's in here. We'll look at the map here real quick. I'm just going to finish up reading this. And, this includes the following highways: Interstate 35 in Missouri between mile markers 9 and 31, and Interstate 435 between mile markers 44 and 55. Precautionary parents action for protection moved to interior room, lowest floor of a building. This is a dangerous storm, producing large hail driven by severe winds. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from the windows. If caught outdoors, cover your head and neck. So, thunderstorm damage threat here, again, considerable. These are really dangerous storms. So max hail size here 0.75 inches, maximum gust 70 miles per hour. And we just got 2 more warnings here for Davies and Harrison counties in Missouri, and then also for Adair, Audubon, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, Cass and Guthrie counties in Iowa. But yeah, we could just see here, though, these storms. But yeah, Kansas City, though, if we look here on webcam, or EarthCam, I mean, so yeah, this is what it looks like right now, Kansas City, and then there's NAD. But yeah, but reading this warning here, though, for Davies and Harrison counties in Missouri, 70 miles per hour wind gusts. 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Again, like, these winds are just crazy. 70 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail moving north of 50 miles per hour. So still moving pretty fast, but geez, these storms. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mole homes, roof, and outbuilding. Location impact include Coffee, Jamesport, Pattonsburg, Gallatin, Altamont, Ridgeway, Hatfield, New Hampton, Mount Moriah. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Eagleville, Winston, Rock Springs, Martinsville, Gilman City, Bethany, Blythedale, Canesville, Santa Rosa, and McFall. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing all those correctly. This includes Interstate 35, Missouri, to mile marker 57 and 113. So, caution parents acting for your protection moved to interior room, lowest floor building. A tornado watch may affect till 11 p.m. Central Time for north central Missouri. So, again, these are really dangerous storms here. So, thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Max hail size 0.75 inches, maximum gust 70 miles per hour in Davies and Harrison counties, Missouri. And then Adair, Audubon, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, Cass and Guthrie counties in Iowa. Kind of right in between Omaha and Des Moines. Severe thunderstorm warning there till 4:45 p.m. Central Time, moving north at 50 miles per hour. Again, 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. I mean, these are fast-moving storms causing tons of damage, like I've been saying. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to move homes, roofs, and outbuilding. Location impact include Guthrie Center, Exura. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Lake Anita State Park, Fontanelle, Adair, Bridgewater, Greenfield Municipal Airport, Nodaway Park, Cumberland, Anita, Greenfield, Waiota, Lake Panorama, Casey, Massanutten, Menlo, Brayton, Anita Municipal Airport, and Atlantic. This includes Interstate 80 between mile markers 54 and 89. Cautionary path action for your protection moved to interior room, lowest forward building. The thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Maximum size 1 inch, maximum gust 70 miles per hour. Then we just got 2 more severe thunderstorm warnings. We're up to 15 now. So we got one in Fremont, Mills, Cass, and Otoe counties in Iowa and Nebraska. Another one in Clinton County in Missouri. See how we can just see all these warnings here. We'll read the one in Clinton County, Missouri first. Again, these storms moving really fast at 65 miles per hour. Moving north. Hazard 70 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Location impact include Grower, Trimble, Lathrop, Plattsburgh, Cameron, Osborne, Turney, Holt, and Stewartsville. Again, 70 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. This includes Interstate 35 in Missouri, 2 mile markers 33 and 53. Cautionary parents action for your protection moved to interior room, lowest floor building. Again, the thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Max hail size 0.75 inches, maximum gust 70 miles per hour. That is in Clinton County, Missouri, and then Fremont, Mills, Cass, and Otoe counties in Iowa and Nebraska, south of Omaha. We have a severe thunderstorm warning until 5 p.m. Central Time. The storm moving north at 45 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Hail damage to vehicles expected. Expect wind damage from roof siding and trees. Location impact include Camp Catron, Lorton, Talmadge, Beaver Lake, Riverton, Hamburg, Murray, Malvern, Union, Avoca, Tabor, Plattsmouth, Nahaka, Randolph, Thurman, Nebraska City, Hastings, Farragut. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Farragut, Sydney, and Waubonsie State Park. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing those correctly. I do apologize if I'm not. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing those correctly. This includes Interstate 29 between mile markers 1 and 32. For your protection, please move to interior room, lowest floor building. Max hail size here is 1 inch. Maximum gust 60 miles per hour, and that's in Fremont, Mills, Cass, and Otoe counties in Iowa and Nebraska. And then also we got another severe thunderstorm warning issued for Butler, Cass, Lancaster, Otoe, Saline, Sarpy, Saunders, and Seward counties in Nebraska. So again, this kind of just all surrounding Omaha here now. Try actually take a look at the radar here real quick. Once I'm done with this warning, at 5 p.m. Central Time, severe thunderstorm warning. That's when it will expire, moving north at 45 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Impact hail damage to vehicles expected. Expect wind damage to roof siding tree. Location impact to include Lincoln Airport, Davie, Murdoch, Denton, Panama. Location impact to include Lincoln Airport, Davie, Murdoch, Denton, Panama, Syracuse, Memphis, Wagon Train State Recreation Area, Camp Carroll, Joy, Hoang, Lincoln, Unadilla, Eagle, Elmwood, Greenwood, Yankee Hill Lake, Cedar Creek, Pawnee State Recreation Area, Walton, Bennett, and Grenada. People attending Lincoln Municipal Airport. People attending Lincoln Municipal Airport should seek safe shelter immediately. People attending Lincoln Municipal Airport should seek safe shelter immediately. This includes Interstate 80 in Nebraska between mile markers 388 and 437. Precautionary path action for your protection between interior room and lowest floor of building. Maximum size here is 1 inch. Maximum gust 60 miles per hour. And as in Butler, Cass, Lancaster, Otoe, Saline, Sarpy, Saunders, and Seward counties in Nebraska. Taking a look at that radar here, like I said before. Just give it a minute to load. I'm going to set on Omaha here. I have it set for New Orleans. but I'm going to set on Omaha right now. Yeah, so we still have the we have the severe thunderstorm watch till Friday, 10 p.m. Central Time. But yeah, I mean, you can see here though, some of these storms that have already started. I mean, they're really nasty looking. And then going over here over the next several hours, you can see kind of how it goes further north here. So yeah, I mean, definitely here though, for the next hour or even the next half hour, a lot of these storms are going to be knocking, like they're already knocking on your doorstep right now, Omaha, and they're going to be hitting you. You kind of see like how everything kind of goes to the north here, at least like, this right here. Of course we have all this rain on the back end of it and even a little bit of snow in some areas, depending on the temperature. But, focusing here on the severe aspect of it, you can see, by about 8 tonight Central, look how bad this gets. This gets really nasty. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of red in here, kind of like this bowing action here, which you definitely don't want to see that because, and again, you definitely don't want to see all this red here because that means this storm is going to be really nasty. And, you can just kind of see just how it goes further east, but also kind of goes further to the north. And again, this spreads this affects so many people. And you can see, later tonight, you can see just how bad it gets. I could go to the 24-hour radar here. Again, they changed this whole thing a little while ago, which I believe the last severe thunderstorm, a live stream I did, I believe about a week and a half ago. But yeah, you can just see how bad it gets, and the red means like really heavy storms. I also don't have premium Weather Channel either, or weather.com, so it's not going to look the best. But you can just see, though, it just expands, too. It just keeps on getting bigger and bigger, and it just keeps on affecting more and more areas. And you can just see just how bad it gets. Again, just look at all that red there, and that's by tomorrow. And you can see by the morning, the red goes away, and then we see the red come back. And then again, this is the area, where there's going to be some really nasty storms, like I've been talking about. And speaking of nasty storms, we already just got in 3 more severe thunderstorm warnings. We look at the most recent one here. Again, there's just, more of these storms here. It's just gonna get worse. Like, we're just gonna be getting more and more warnings here as we go, throughout the rest of this afternoon into tonight. It's just gonna expand, like I've been saying. It's just gonna get bigger. It's gonna be affecting more areas. And again, these storms are gonna be really nasty. They already are really nasty. For Atchison and Nottoway counties in Missouri, we already have a severe thunderstorm warning until 5 p.m. Central Time. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Location impact include Westboro, Skidmore, Indian Cave State Park, Quitman, Elmo, Burlington Junction, Clearmont, Rockport, Watson, Fairfax, Tarkio, and Phelps City. This includes Interstate 29, 2 mile markers 99 and 123. For protection, moved interior room, lowest floor of a building. Thunderstorm damage threat considerable. Maximum size 0.75 inches. Maximum gust 70 miles per hour here. And that is in Atchison and Nottoway counties in Missouri. Also in Benton and Washington counties in Arkansas. Again, these storms are already kicking off. Again, they're getting really dangerous here. Until 5 p.m. Central Time. We got the storm moving northeast at 75. Let me say that again. 75 miles per hour. That is just absolutely insane. That is like really, really fast. Wow. But like, these storms aren't joking around. I don't think I've ever seen a storm move that fast. 75 miles per hour. Wow. again, these storms are no joke. Like they're not playing around. Like these storms are nasty. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Impact hail damage to vehicles expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, tree location impact. Locations in or near the pass include Rogers, Air, Savory, Pea Ridge, Bentonville, Whittington, Gateway, Rocky Comfort, Hilltop, Elm Springs, Walnut Hill, Northwest Northwest Arkansas Regional Air. I guess that's what that was trying to say. I guess Northwest Arkansas Regional Airport, Tonytown, Cave Springs, Avoca. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Gilliton, Centerton, Lake Francis, Fairmount, Highfill, and Vaughn. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these correctly. I'm sorry if I just absolutely butchered these names here, these area names. This includes Interstate 49 between mile markers 75 and 93 for your protection. Move to interior room, load for a building. Max hail size here, 1 inch, maximum gust 60 miles per hour. And that is in Benton, Washington counties in Arkansas, and also in Adams, Clark, Decatur, Ringgold, Taylor, and Union counties in Iowa. And we just got another severe thunderstorm warning for Carroll, Grundy, and Livingston counties in Missouri. But we'll look at this one here first. We're up to 19 now. Until 5 p.m. Central Time, moving north at 65 miles per hour, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and nickel-size hail. Impact, expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Location impact includes Sun Valley Lake, Elston, Pleasanton, Creston Municipal Airport, Shannon City, Osceola. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these areas correctly. Aspire, Green Valley Lake, Nine Eagles State Park, Lamani Municipal Airport, Green Valley Lake State Park, Mount Eyre Municipal Airport, Leon, Tingley, Lake of Three Fires State Park, Beaconsfield, Reading, Sharpsburg, Grand River, and Afton. This includes Interstate 35, 2 mile markers 2 and 37. Precautionary parents acting for your protection. So yes, includes Interstate 35, 2 mile markers 2 and 37. Precautionary parents acting for your protection moved to interior room, lowest forward building. Thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Max hail size 0.88 inches. Maximum gust 70 miles per hour, and that is for Adams, Clark, Decatur, Ringgold, Taylor, and Union counties in Iowa. And then now for Adair, Clark, Dallas, Guthrie, Madison, and Union counties in Iowa. And, in Des Moines, in Omaha and Des Moines, these storms, they're knocking right on your doorstep. Until 5 p.m. Central Time, moving north, at 65 miles per hour, hazard 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Location impact include Carrollton, Tyndall, Spring Hill, Avalon, Mooresville, Ludlow, Utica, Spickard. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Dawn, Bagard, Stet, Brimson, Glot, Chula, Wheeling, Loretto, Tina, Wakanda, Hale, and Chillicothe. Again, I'm sorry if I just absolutely butchered these area names here. For your protection, moving interior room, lows for building trail watch may affect till 11 p.m. Central Time for central and north central Missouri. Again, the thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Max hail size 0.75 inches, maximum gust 70 miles per hour for Carroll, Grundy, and Livingston counties, Missouri. And then also in Fremont, Mills, Montgomery, and Page counties in Iowa. Again, just knocking right on your doorstep here in Omaha these storms are moving north at 55 miles per hour, have a 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Impact hail damage for vehicles expect wind damage to roof, siding, and tree. Location impact to include Red Oak, Cold Springs, Stanton, Coburg, Bradyville, Blanchard, Schaumburg, Hepburn, Clarinda, Coyne, Pierce Recreation Area, Northborough, Shenandoah, Villisca, Excess, Hacklebarney, Woods County Park, Viking Lake State Park, in Yorktown, and Imogen. Again, I'm sorry if I'm just absolutely butchering these area names here. So, precautionary parents action for your protection moved interior room loads for a building. Maximum size here is 1 inch. Maximum gust 60 miles per hour. Fremont, Mills, Montgomery, and Page counties. And another severe thunderstorm warning. We're up to 21 here now for Henry, Johnson, Lafayette, Pettis, and Saline counties in Missouri. Till 5:15 p.m. Central Time, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour, 70 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuilding. Location impact include Alma, Grand Pass, Windsor, Leeton, Malta Bend, Quarter, Blackburn, Warrensburg, Cole, Noster, Dahlia, Tightwad, Slater, Oldville, Sedalia Memorial Airport, Smithton, Mount Leonard, Concordia, Calhoun, and Whiteman AFB. This includes Interstate 70 in Missouri between mile markers 48 and 85. Cautionary parents action for your protection moved interior room, low floor of a building. A tornado watch may affect till 11 p.m. Central Time for central and north central Missouri. So thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. Again, these are really dangerous storms. Max hail size here is 0.75 inches. Maximum gust 70 miles per hour. Again, these warnings and these storms just keep on coming. Harrison, Mills, Montgomery, Pottawatomie, Shelby, Burt, Dodge, Douglas, Sarpy, Saunders, Washington counties in Iowa and Nebraska. I mean, now we are in Omaha, and again, Des Moines, right around you as well. Looking here till 5:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, moving north at 55 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. Impact, expect damage to roof, siding, tree. Location impact to include Two Rivers State Recreation Area, Millard, Council Bluffs Airport, Florence, Tennant, Ralston, Inglewood, Nishna, Bend Recreation Area. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Winslow, Cizak Land Lake, Arlington, Historical Village Welcome Center, Narrows River Park, Underwood, Benson, Standing Bear Lake, Glenwood, Magnolia, Emerson, and Woodcliff. Includes the following highways: Interstate 29 between mile markers 35 and 86, Interstate 80 in Iowa between mile markers 140, and Interstate 80 in Nebraska between mile markers 432 and 454. So, cautionary parents action for your protection moves interior room, lowest floor of a building. So, maximum size here is 0.88 inches and maximum gust is 60 miles per hour. Harris, Mills, Montgomery, Pottawatomie, Shelby, Burt, Dodge, Douglas, Sarpy, Saunders, Washington counties in Iowa and Nebraska. And then in Henry, Johnson, Lafayette, Pettis, and Saline counties in Missouri. Just see all these severe thunderstorm warnings here. Just all these severe thunderstorm warnings here. We got 23 of them now. But this one, though, till 5:15 p.m. Central Time. 70 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Location impact include Alma, Grand Pass, Windsor, Leeton, Malta Bend, Corder, Blackburn, Warrensburg, Cole, Knob Noster, Sedalia, Tightwad, Slater, Allville, Sedalia Memorial Airport, Smithton, Mount Leonard, Concordia, Calhoun, and Whiteman AFB. This includes Interstate 70 in Missouri, 2 mile markers 48 and 85. Did I already read this morning? I can't remember. Because a lot of those locations seem familiar. But, you know, for your protection mode, interior room, lowest floor of a building. Tornado watch may affect till 11 p.m. Central Time for central and north central Missouri. Maximum size 0.75 inches. Thunderstorm damage threat here is considerable. A maximum gust 70 miles per hour. And that is in Henry, Johnson, Lafayette, Pettis, and Saline counties in Missouri. And then Audubon, Carroll, Crawford, Greene, and Guthrie counties in Iowa. Got another severe thunderstorm warning till 5:30 p.m. Central Time, moving north at 45 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Impact hail damage to vehicles expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes. Roof and outbuilding location impact include Guthrie Center, Arthur New Airport, Willie, Hulber, Coon Rapids, Ralston, Templeton, Dedham, Westside, Scranton, Audubon County Airport, Springbrook State Park, Bagley, Gray, Kimballton, Manning Municipal Airport, Audubon, Glidden, and Carroll. Question repairs action for your protection move to interior room, lowest floor of a building. Thunderstorm damage threat here is, again, it's considerable. Max hail size 1 inch, maximum gust 70 miles per hour. Then DeKalb and Gentry counties in Missouri got another severe thunderstorm warning. Some of them have expired, so we're up to 20 now, or at 20 now. Till 5 p.m. Central Time, moving north at 65 miles per hour. Again, these storms are not messing around. 70 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage likely due to mobile homes, roof, and outbuilding. Location impact to include Gentry, Maysville, Fairport, McFall, Darlington, Weatherby, Cameron, Osborne, and Albany. This includes Interstate 35 in Missouri between mile markers 54 and 55. Includes Interstate 35 in Missouri between mile markers 54 and 55. So for your protection, move to interior room, move to interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Maximum size here is 0.75 inches. Again, the thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. Again, these storms are not messing around. I mean, we're talking, you're moving at, like this one is moving at 65 miles per hour, and maximum gusts here is 70 miles per hour, and that's in DeKalb and Gentry counties in Missouri. And again, like we just see all these severe thunderstorm warnings here, impacting Omaha, around the Kansas City and Des Moines metro areas. Just taking a look here. Okay, so I can't view that one. Okay. And this is on, that's pretty. Camera's a little shaky though. This is Ryan.
Only 50 subscribers away from 20,000 big ones.
Ooh, nice. This is Ryan Scholl. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. And looks like they're on I-70. edge of storms.
This is a good spot. Emma, where the heck's Emma?
So yeah, but yeah, it looks like Ryan Scholl though, kind of right on the edge of the storms on I-70. I would say going west, it looks like, or maybe east. Because you can see some of the dark clouds here. You can see a little bit of blue. But yeah.
Kind of feel like a hood order. Well, I have to face you guys backwards if you want to see a storm, so. We're going to stop at this next highway intersection here. Will it come towards us again? Red flag warning in effect, too. We're storm chasing and there's a red flag warning. Well,
I didn't know that.
Crazy sense there. Reports of tree limbs broken down there where the cell is trying to reside, of course. Oh, I'm not hungry yet, so.
So yeah, Ryan Scholl in looks like going towards the storms here on I-70. Again, please be careful out there. Please be careful out there, everyone. Just in general, if we look over here, still got the ad. This is what it looks like right now in Kansas City. This is Earth Cam here. The clouds are not as dark, but, you can still see them, though. I mean, again, this is looking... I'm actually not really sure which direction this is looking, but either way, this is in Missouri. I'm assuming this is looking east, considering just how dark these clouds are and considering that the storms, they're going east or to the east of Kansas City now, but still the Kansas City metro area is being affected by them. So, I'm going to put all the Earth Cam, and as well as all of these cameras, as well from Severe Studios as well. I'm going to put all of them in the description if you want to go check them out for yourself. I have so many tabs open. But yeah, I'm going to end off this live stream, though, but I will be right back with another one. So I hope that all of you enjoyed this live stream. Please stay safe out there as always, and I will be back here soon.